Now that we have our character designed and rigged, it is now time to create the background. At this point, you should be pretty familiar with the drawing tools. So in this video, I'm going to quickly draw out the prop, or in this case, a fire hydrant. Feel free to come up with your own design or prop, it can be anything. In this particular scene, I want to have Orville jumping in a puddle in the city street next to a fire hydrant. First thing I'm going to do is come up to the menu and select File, New. I'm going to turn on the grid for this to make the process faster when creating everything symmetrical. To turn on the grid, go to View, Enable Grid, or use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-G. I'm then going to use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Shift-G to pull up the grid setting and set my grid spacing to 20. So for the first prop, I'm going to draw all the shapes on one layer because I won't be animating or rigging it. Using the grid, I'm going to make sure everything is symmetrical on both sides and has a center. So I'll draw out my fire hydrant 8 grid spaces wide. I'm going to color the fire hydrant orange. You can have it any color you would like. I'm going to then select the shape and remove the stroke using the Select Shape tool and unchecking the stroke from the Style panel. To prevent the shapes from drawing strokes, since we won't use any for the style of our prop, while in the Shape tool, uncheck Auto Stroke. I want the different parts of the fire hydrant to also be different colors. Using the triangle shape, I'm holding Alt-Shift to maintain its center position while also constraining the shape of the triangle. Then I'm going in with the curvature tool. I want to use the Select Shape tool and reorder shapes using the up and down arrows. I think from here it's clear all that I'm doing, so I'm going to speed up the rest of the video. Once complete, if you don't like the way things look, feel free to make adjustments. Try reducing your grid spacing to 10 and move points around. Change the length, it's up to you, it's your prop. Next, I will draw my buildings. Again, each building will be on one layer, and you can draw and design these any way that you'd like. I'm going to have at least 4 buildings for this background. And last, I will draw the city background. Again, each background element on its own layer. Once you're all done, it should look something like this. We're going to draw the midground that our character will be standing on. Just like our other scene elements, this will also be one layer. However, with the midground, because we're going to put it into our 3D scene, we will design it as if we're looking at it from a top view. So go ahead and hide all the other layers and create a new vector layer called midground. Using the Select Shape tool, I'm going to draw out a square. I'm going to give it a color for the asphalt. Then again, using the Select Shape tool, I'm going to draw out a rectangle for the sidewalk. I'm also going to give its own color. And then I'm also going to draw out another rectangle for the road. Next, I'm going to use a rectangle and I'm going to draw out the road stripes. And I'm going to give that a yellow. And last, I'm going to draw out the puddle using the Add Point tool. I'll first just draw out all the points. And then we'll come here to the curvature tool and add smooth to all the points, then make some adjustments as necessary. Last, we want to make sure that the top of the midground is all lined up. So using the Select Points tool and Transform Points tool, I'm just going to move everything down so it's all lined up there at the top. And that's it. We're now ready to create a 3D scene. I'll see you in the next video. If you want to learn how to create a whole other type of animation scene, like the one we created here, then be sure to check out the Create Your First Animation course. In this course, I walk you through step by step how to use the drawing tools, how to rig a character created in Photoshop, and how to animate an action scene. Want to take the course? Use promo code ANIMATION2019 and get the course 50% off. Link is in the description.